Wow. Um, Hello. Well, 3 years. Wow. 3 years it has been since I had started this channel, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not think I would go this long when it comes to this channel. It's actually really crazy to me seeing that today again marks 3 years, and honestly, I cannot be any happier. I'm gonna be completely honest, and I am really, really thankful to be in the position that I am in right now. And it's all just because of you guys. You guys actually allow me to do this, and I like doing it. So I'm gonna continue to do it. But yeah, probably wondering, what am I gonna do for 3 year anniversary video? Well, I'm mainly just gonna give a rundown, pretty much the entire history when it comes to like YouTube for me, how I got my start, some other channels that I had, the real reason why this channel is actually a thing. But yeah, again, I really do appreciate you guys for allowing me to go for 3 years. I have no plans on stopping anytime soon. I do thank you guys a lot for this. But without further ado, I hope you do enjoy this long video. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, shall we? And go all the way to 2014, which is the year I had made my first ever channel. And funny enough, it was actually my brother that made the channel for me. The reason why he made the channel for me is because in order to like remember videos that I liked, or like just save videos that I liked, before I even had an account, I actually had to like write down like the channel or the title of the video on a piece of paper or sticky note and put it somewhere where I would remember where it was, just so I can go back and watch that video or watch that YouTuber again. And then when he made me a YouTube account, I didn't have to do that anymore, and it was so much easier to do a lot of stuff, and so I really thank him for that. Why am I telling you this? Well, there's a reason. See, we gotta skip forward time a little bit to August 21st, 2014, where I find this YouTuber named Corey X Kenshin. And when I first discovered him, he had about a couple thousand subscribers, if I remember correctly. And this video that I had seen was the first Five Nights at Freddy's video he ever made. And when I started watching that video, I had realized that he actually completed the game and also made a montage of the entire game. And so in one day, I watched the entire thing from start to finish. Now, normally I'm someone that does not like horror games or videos in general, but for some reason, I was not scared when I watched them. And in fact, he actually made the videos really fun to watch. And when I was watching them, I genuinely kept forgetting that it was a horror game that I was watching. And again, I'm someone that does not like horror, but I watched his videos no problem. Even when I first experienced a jump scare, I didn't get scared of anything. I didn't jump, I didn't flinch, I didn't make any reaction, and so I just watched the entire thing. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because Corey actually does have a lot to do when it comes to my YouTube journey, because he is the reason why I actually started to do videos. Corey is the sole reason why I started to make videos, because his FNAF videos just inspired me. And also his energy, like from his videos, is something I've actually adapted to myself over the years as I kept doing YouTube. Although my energy levels don't entirely match up to his, I still feel like it's close, somewhat. So yeah, but away from that, let's talk a bit more about my history. The very first video I ever made and I ever uploaded onto YouTube was literally just a dancing video. I don't even remember if I even planned the video out at all. I don't even remember what like type of dance moves I did. I don't even think I even had a song in that video, so most likely it was just me busting down some random moves, probably looking like an idiot. The only thing I remember is that I did upload it sometime after Corey's video, probably a little bit after he released his FNAF 1 montage. The only bit of proof I really do have is a call that I recorded a bit ago with my mom, basically just asking her if she remembered it, and she said she did. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that audio right now.
Hello?
Hey Mama, can you quickly answer me something? So do you remember back in 2014 when made me like that YouTube account, right? And I wanted to post a little dancing video, so we did that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, when you posted those yeah, what about it?
So clearly, as you heard from the phone call, it did happen, since my mom literally remembers every single little thing that happens. So that's really the only proof I have for it. You could try looking through the Wayback Machine, see if you can find it. But honestly, I don't really recommend it. I think it would just be a huge waste of time if you tried to find it, because if I don't even remember the name of the channel, that video was uploaded to, then you're probably not even gonna find it. All I have is just a phone call with my mother and a memory that I did make it, because I can vividly remember having my mom hold the camera and just recording me dance. I vividly remember that like it was yesterday. And also my brother was watching it as well, since he was just there in the background, and you know, he just had his head up and looked at the entire thing. But other than that, we're gonna skip time a little bit, all the way to 2017, where I had made another channel. Well, 3 actually. On the screen should be an image of the channels I had made, and I purposely blocked out the names on all 3 channels since it actually showed my actual name, which I don't really want to reveal yet for privacy reasons. But even if you did somehow found it and you try to like confront me and ask if this is the channel, I just wouldn't say anything, or I would just say no, because I don't want anyone to know. But the thing with these 3 channels is that their lifespan didn't actually last that long. About a few months at most for each of them. But after a bit, I actually had stopped posting videos until about a year later. I don't know why I stopped posting by this point. It was weird for me because I had like a huge notebook just full of ideas and like funny sketches or skits that I thought would be cool. And in case you're wondering, no, I don't have that notebook. I had actually lost it when I moved out of the place I was living during this point. I don't know how I lost it or where I lost it, but I didn't really bother with it anymore. But fast forwarding to next year, 2018, this is the year that I had one of my most successful channels. But unfortunately, it was removed. But I do know why it was removed. So this was obviously during the time when I was way under the age to even have my own YouTube account, or actually Google account in general. But for some reason, I just didn't bother asking my mom to make me an account or even help with that, because the bright idea I had was just to put my actual date of birth in it and just go on like nothing had happened. Because when I had made this Google account and the channel originally, I had put my actual date of birth, and it took it no problem. It didn't ask for like an ID or anything, or like driver's license or anything like that. Now that I remember, it didn't even ask for like an adult's like driver's license or like social security or passport or anything like that. It just took my date of birth and just went. It was fine. So I just went on like nothing happened. But the reason why that channel was deleted was actually because of the date of birth I put. Because I had put my actual date of birth, like the month, day, and year that I was born, I had put that when I made that Google account. I didn't put a fake one. I didn't use my mom's, and I didn't use my brother's. I didn't use no one else's. Like, I didn't put a random thing in. I just put my actual date of birth. And it did ask me to put like a driver's license for an adult or like social security or something like that, but I just never did that since I didn't know how to do it, and I never bothered to try to ask my mom to help me out with that. And because of that, the channel was terminated, which really pains me a lot since that channel had like 400 subscribers at the time. And during that time, I basically felt like Mr. Beast. I had felt like the biggest YouTuber in the world. I felt like I was just unstoppable. I felt like no one could have like gone up to my level at all. All I really posted on that channel was just dumb little skits I thought of randomly. I never bothered to write anything down or even plan out props or anything like that. Everything was just off the top of my head. And somehow it had actually worked. I don't know how, but it worked. My biggest video for that channel at the time, before it was terminated, was just some random skit that I thought of at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Literally in the morning. I just woke up randomly and I had thought of it. And the next morning, I was still thinking about it. So I just grabbed my phone and I just started recording it. I asked my friend's brother if he could edit it together since I didn't know how to edit it. He did it quickly, he gave me it back, and I uploaded the video. And that video quickly started gaining quite a lot of views in such a short amount of time. In about a day, I think it had about 100 views or something like that, and then the next day I had about 300. And right before my channel was terminated, it had 12,000 views. And I had never seen a number that high before. But when the channel was terminated, I really was just upset. I had actually gotten demotivated to make YouTube videos anymore by that point, because no matter how hard I tried, like I would do something, it blew up, but then it just was just taken away from me. And by that point, I just felt like I wasn't just made to do YouTube. Like I just felt like YouTube was just not for me, so I just kind of gave up with it. But randomly, while scrolling through YouTube, I had saw the same video that inspired me to do YouTube in the first place, which was Five Nights at Freddy's 1, by Corey Kenshin, the first video he had ever made. I decided to rewatch it, and right as I finished watching it, I remembered why I started making videos. I had remembered why I started doing it in the first place, and why I started trying to do YouTube in the first place. So rewatching that video really helped kick some like life back into me again to start doing it again. And a few months later, I actually did make another channel. And the only thing with this channel is, well, it was terminated, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. But the reason why this channel was terminated was way different from, like, the last one I had. The reason why this channel was terminated was actually because someone had hacked into it and started uploading random videos onto it. And for some reason, this was happening frequently. Like, at least once or twice a week, my channel was getting hacked. And this is with, like, two-factor authentication. Somehow, they had just somehow bypassed that, and they were still able to get into my account, and they still were able to upload videos, and it didn't make sense. But after about 2 months of that constantly happening, my channel was just taken down, and I was just upset again. You could actually find this channel in the Wayback Machine. I just can't seem to remember the name of it. I don't know why I struggle with remembering names, honestly, for anything. I even had to look through the Wayback Machine myself to see if I could find it. Going back to 2018, just seeing if I could actually try to find it. But no matter where I looked or how hard I tried, I just couldn't find it. For some reason, when I would search it and I would press the search button, it would just give me nothing. I couldn't find it or anything. Like, I didn't know. I had searched for it before, but for some reason, I couldn't search for it now. And honestly, I don't know what I did before to find it. And honestly, I just gave up. But that channel was another successful channel I had, which was really close to hitting 100 subs before it was taken down. But again, it was hacked, and the person that hacked it somehow bypassed the two-factor authentication, which I had put on that account specifically to stop that from happening. But it didn't work, and honestly, I don't know why I even bothered anymore, so... But after all that hard work was taken away from me, I made another few channels after that, but I mainly went live on them. I didn't really make much videos, since I just didn't really have the, like, creativeness anymore of doing videos. And live streaming was just so much easier, but for some reason, I just couldn't do it. And what I mean by that is my live access was just randomly getting taken away, even though I had never swore or anything in those live streams. It just made no sense. So honestly, I just gave up with trying and didn't really bother with this anymore. Skipping time a little bit, this is April 15th, 2021. And this was kind of like a step back. Like, I just went back to trying to make the original, like, funny skits and, like, random videos I would come up with. And I did go live a couple times on that channel before I lost access to go live. I don't know why. Again, I never swore or anything, but I just did. But then I made this channel. I'm not kidding. This channel was literally meant to be, like, another backup channel for that one, for that previous one. But for some reason, I kept going with this channel instead of having it as like a second channel or a backup channel to go live on. And honestly, the other channel was just kind of forgotten. I do still have it. It's just not under the same name, and it was meant to be for something else, but it's just now just kind of just collecting dust, basically. But little did I know that this channel would be the highlight of everything I had worked hard for in the previous years. June 26th, 2021. This channel was created, and again, it was meant to be a backup channel for the other one I had if it were taken down or if I had lost live access again. Because by this point, I was just expecting the channel to be taken down or I would lose live access again. But I started posting basically just random videos onto this channel, and after the first few months, it actually went really well. I honestly felt like it was going a bit too well. Like, it was like spicing me up for something, and then it was just gonna drop the hammer on my head and just ruin everything. Basically, I felt like it was purposely making the channel do well so then I would forget what happened to all my previous channels before, and then it would just drop the bomb on me. But after the first year, nothing happened. And by this point, I was actually starting to feel a bit hopeful, because normally channels I make never last more than a year, but I still expected to be like sucker punched in the nuts by Mike Tyson on cocaine if anything were to happen, since I wasn't sure if this was just good luck or anything, so I just didn't really give my hopes up just yet. For the start of 2023, I made one simple change that completely shaped the entire future of this channel. I started playing Geometry Dash, and January 10th of 2023 was the very first stream I ever did on this channel about Geometry Dash. And it wasn't nothing too crazy or anything, it was just a star grinding stream where I would just play random levels and just grind the stars. But out of all the previous streams that I had done on this channel, that one was my best performing stream. And then the next Geometry Dash stream I did better than the last, and even the next stream I did. By that point, I was actually growing more and more, and that one little change right there was actually the best change I've ever done in my life. The rest of 2023 came and went, and it went on to be my greatest year ever. Going from 20 subscribers on January 10th to 460 at the start of 2024. And now, 6 months into 2024, I have grown more than I did last year. And I truly cannot thank you guys enough for all the support and continuous growth that you guys have given me. You guys have helped me to get to where I am today. But of course, it wasn't just you guys that helped me get to where I am, because there are a lot of other people that did help. There are two people I just want to say a huge thanks to, because they were the main things that actually helped me get up to where I am. And the first person I want to say is Thurno. On screen should be his YouTube name and his profile picture. Even though we don't really talk anymore, I still want to thank him for being here throughout this entire time, since I have known him for quite a long time, and I just feel like it would be right if I just included him in this, since he really did help a lot when it comes to this channel. And the second person I want to give a huge thanks to is Choplocks, because he is the reason why majority of you guys know me today. If it wasn't for him rating me and getting me up to 400 subscribers, I honestly don't really know where I would be at right now if he had never done that. I also want to thank Nico, Kashi, Cell, Freezing, Michael, aka MVRVR, and Hex. Nico, Kashi, Cell, and Freezing have made basically all of the Geometry Dash thumbnails that you guys see when it comes to my completion or my live streams or some filler progress. They have made the thumbnail. Michael, also known as MVRVR, is also included on this list because he honestly was a really good friend and a funny person in general. And unfortunately, we don't really talk anymore. I'm not going to get into detail on why, but we don't actually talk anymore. But still, Michael, if you see this video, I do just want to say thanks for all the funny moments we had and all the amazing times we had. I will never forget about you, and I do wish everything in your life to be a blessing. But yeah, thank you. And all of these people, including you guys, the viewers, are the real reasons why I am here and why I am still going. I truly have no idea where I would be or what position I would be in if I haven't had you guys with me. But I really just have to say thank you for every single one of you for getting me here. I am very thankful to have had the opportunity to meet and talk to such amazing people, meet a lot of interesting and new people and friends as well, and even make a lot of funny moments that I will literally remember until the day I am no longer on this planet. But until the day that happens, which won't be for a while, I will continue to say thank you to every single one of you for getting me to where I am today. I really am working hard when it comes to making different types of videos, since I actually do want to try to step away from GD and stream other games, since we can all agree GD is just not good for my mental health. But I'm not quitting the game. I'm still going to play it. I'm probably just not going to stream it as much. In reality, I've actually been thinking of not streaming as much as I do now and trying to put that time that I put for streaming into making more videos. Since I originally started doing videos, but then I switched to live streaming, so now I actually want to try to go back and do more videos. So I'm really going to work hard to try to get that out for you guys. But other than that, I really cannot appreciate you guys so much again for allowing me to do this for 3 years. I really am thankful for every single one of you, and I really appreciate you guys for watching this all the way to the end. No, I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe or anything of that, because I don't want to. It's obviously your choice, but I'm not going to ask that at all. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.